Hey everyone, so I'm here to break down the awesome new casting news we got for Obi Wan Kenobi today, and we got confirmed that it's starting shooting in April, so yeah, let's get into the casting news. So earlier today, the Star Wars Twitter page revealed this image, and it encompasses the entire cast for the Kenobi series. There are a few familiar faces on here, some unexpected familiar faces which some people may not recognize straight away. The two that people will recognize straight away, obviously, are Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, who obviously played Anakin and Obi-Wan in the prequels. Ewan McGregor playing Obi-Wan in the Obi Wan Kenobi show, and Hayden Christensen playing Vader. I think that's obvious. I don't really need to go into detail on them. But the two other returning actors on here are Joel Edgerton, Edgerton, I don't know how to say his last name, and Bonnie Pissy. Pessy? Oh dear, Bonnie Pissy doesn't sound very good, does it? Yeah, so those are the other two returning actors on here, and you may think, well, who are they? I've never seen them before. Well, you'll find that they were actually the actors for Owen and Beru in the prequel trilogy. They were both in Attack of the Clones and at the very end of Revenge of the Sith, and that confirms that Owen Lars and Beru. Is she Beru Lars? I know she has a different second name. I know that in Attack of the Clones, but I think she is Beru Lars at this point, isn't she? So yeah, those two are going to be returning in the Kenobi series. This was definitely not unexpected at all. I just didn't expect to see them on here on this casting list. I completely forgot about these two characters because they're not very important. So when they popped up again, I was like, oh yeah, that's nice seeing them again, and it makes total sense they're going to be in here. But I can't imagine they're going to play too much of a huge role in the series. They'll probably be in an episode or two, but yeah, they're definitely not going to be in it very much. Perhaps Owen will get angry at Obi Wan Kenobi as he does in the comics. If you've ever read the main Star Wars series, the one that started in 2015, because there's a new one that started last year or in 2019. But the Star Wars series that started in 2015 was the one that had flashbacks to Obi-Wan's time on Tatooine, which was really interesting. And in that, we saw Obi-Wan saving a young Luke Skywalker multiple times, and Owen Lars getting very angry at him every time, which was actually quite funny in a way. But I really do think we'll see some of that, what we saw in the comics, in this show, because now obviously they're confirmed for the show. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And although, like I said, I don't really remember them, they're not my favorite characters, it will be nice to see them again and maybe give them a tiny bit more development, because they're really just plot devices in Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and A New Hope. So yeah, good seeing them back, I guess. I guess that brings up the question as well. Will we see a young Luke Skywalker? And I'm going to say yes, we will see a 10-year-old Luke Skywalker in the show, which I'm looking forward to seeing as well, because we got a tiny glimpse of young Luke Skywalker in Rebels Season 3, so it'll be nice to go back and see that again in the Kenobi show, and he'll probably play not a big role at all, just like a little cameo role, but it'll be quite fun seeing Obi-Wan save him and Luke getting himself into trouble. So we don't know the characters who the rest of the cast are playing, but we can see on here we've got Moses Ingram, Indria, Varma, Rupert Friend, Rennie Safdie, Simone Kessel, Song Kwang, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and I'm going to butcher this name, Kamali Nanjinia, or something like that. I'm terrible with pronouncing names. But so it's a pretty strong cast. I know some of them, I don't know all of them. But I'm really looking forward to seeing who they're going to be playing in the Kenobi show. Maybe some Imperials, some bounty hunters, some Inquisitors maybe. We can maybe see an Inquisitor here. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that's all the confirmed cast. Obviously, we have no idea, as I've said before, who really any of them are playing. With Hayden Christensen, this is the thing that is confusing me. Is he just going to be in the suit? Are we going to see Hayden Christensen outside the suit? Because otherwise, it's not really Hayden Christensen, is it? It's just the Darth Vader suit with Hayden Christensen inside. He's not really giving a performance. So that's the thing that is confusing me. We know he's going to be in the suit, but we don't know if we're going to see him outside of the suit. We don't know if we're going to see him play Anakin in a flashback or something, or in a vision. Because I can imagine if Hayden is inside the suit, James L. Jones will be voicing Vader again, so yeah, it will be kind of disappointing if we don't get an Anakin flashback. Because I really want Hayden to prove all those old prequel haters wrong and show that he actually is a great actor under good direction. It was just George Lucas's direction in the prequels that caused the terrible acting. I really want him to have that chance to redeem himself and redeem his name within the Star Wars fandom, because people have really warmed up to Hayden Christensen over the last few years. He is bad in Attack of the Clones. I don't think he's bad in Revenge of the Sith, but I really want him to have that strong performance that is remembered by everyone. But they could definitely do a sort of Clone Wars flashback to just a random battle in the war. They could maybe do a flashback to the unfinished Utapau episodes from the Clone Wars Crystal Crisis arc. That would be really cool. Have that scene where Anakin is discussing Ahsoka walking away, and then that could be like Ahsoka's cameo in the series, I guess, just name dropping her as well. That would be really cool. But I don't quite know what they're going to do with Anakin, but I really hope, really do hope that Hayden Christensen is able to play Anakin outside of the suit rather than playing just Vader in the suit, if you get what I mean, because otherwise it's not really fair, I don't think. We've waited for years to see Anakin on screen again. He should have been in the sequels, he should have been in Rise of Skywalker, but he wasn't for some reason, because they're idiots. So yeah, this is really his chance to come back and prove himself, and I really want him to be outside of the suit in order to do that. But yeah, I'm just super excited to have Ewan McGregor back as Obi Wan Kenobi. He is just the best part of the prequels, I think. Just the charisma and just the performance Ewan McGregor brings to the role of Obi Wan, and how he really does live up to what Alec Guinness set up for him. Well, not for him, just set up in A New Hope. This type of person Obi Wan is. Ewan McGregor does a fantastic job with that in the prequels, and I can't wait to see this sort of new take on Obi Wan that we haven't really seen on screen before. And what I mean by that is the transition between Alec Guinness and Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan. In Rebel Season 3, we had Obi-Wan, but it was very Alec Guinness Obi-Wan. And in, obviously, the prequels, he was very Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan. So it'd be nice to have this transition point where maybe he turns from Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan into Alec Guinness Obi-Wan. We go on a journey with him where he learns to preserve his life after death and becomes spiritually one with himself. That would be a really interesting story. I don't know what they're going to go for this show. I think he will leave Tatooine, and I think he will fight Darth Vader again. But I do have questions as to where this story will go and how it will make us see Obi-Wan in a new light, because that's what I really want to do. I want a different take on Obi-Wan that we've never seen before, that gives us a new perspective on the character. I want this journey to be important, and I want this show to have a reason for existing. Lastly, I want to touch on two other cast members which I think will be in the show. One of them was rumoured by Kessel Run Transmissions. They leaked it, and they're a very reliable source, so I believe that Tiama Morrison, I can never say his first name, Tamara, like, it's a very difficult name to say. But yeah, the guy who plays the Clone Troopers, who plays Boba Fett, who plays Jango Fett, he is apparently cast in the series as Commander Cody, and the Bad Batch will tie into this plot point in the show, that he'll be part of that special ops unit that we see in the Bad Batch trailer. And obviously this makes total sense, since Cody was very close to Obi-Wan during the Clone Wars. He was his right-hand commander. So that would be really cool to see Commander Cody again. I think we'll see him in the Bad Batch, definitely, and I'd love a conclusion to his storyline in the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. I think that would be awesome. Yeah, that would be great to see. Maybe we can get Boyle as well, a live-action Boyle. That would be pretty cool. And the other actor who I think we'll see in the show is Jimmy Smits as Bail Organa. I 100% think we'll see him in the show. He just makes logical sense. He's one of the only people in the galaxy who knows Obi-Wan is still out there. And if Obi-Wan leaves Tatooine, maybe he'll contact Bail Organa for assistance or something, or tell Bail Organa to keep people off his trail. I don't know, but I definitely think we'll see Jimmy Smits as Bail Organa, just because I love Bail Organa. I think he's such an awesome character, and I love Jimmy Smits as well in the role. So I really do hope we get to see him again. Obviously, we know he's going to be in Cassian, so it would make sense that they're filming Andor now, so it would make sense that he be in Obi-Wan as well. So yeah, I'd love to see Bail Organa, and I think we will see him. I want to add on the end here as well. I think we'll also see or hear Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn. I feel like we're going to pick up that plot point in Revenge of the Sith, where Obi-Wan has to go on that journey that Yoda went on in Clone Wars Season 6 to learn to preserve his life after death. Because also, if you've read the Ahsoka novel, there is an interval in that book where Obi-Wan is meditating on Tatooine during his exile, and Qui-Gon communicates with him. So I think in some way Qui-Gon will be in the series, and we'll get that story of how Obi-Wan learns to preserve his life force after death. So that brings us to the end of this video. I can't tell you how excited I am for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. It's definitely really high up there in my most anticipated shows of all the announced Star Wars shows coming out. Probably number 2. I think Ahsoka has to be number 1 for me, just because Ahsoka's my favorite Star Wars character. But definitely Obi-Wan is number 2. Seeing Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen again is a dream come true for me, who is a massive prequel fan. But yeah, I've been Grand Admiral Commentary. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to come back later for more videos. But yeah, I'll see you later.